Long ago, in a small village in India, there lived a poor potter named Aaron. One day, he lost everything he had, but he never lost hope. Then, something amazing happened. It changed his life forever. This is a story of hope, kindness, courage, and a journey that changed everything. Now, let's begin. The poor woodcutter who became a king. Many years ago, in a quiet village, there lived a poor man named Ben. He dreamed of giving his family a better life. To grow crops on a small farm, Ben borrowed money from a rich landowner named Mark. Every day, from sunrise to sunset, he worked harder than anyone else. He believed that honest work would one day change his family's future. Months passed. The fields turned green. The crops grew tall, healthy, and full of life. Ben, his wife, and their children looked at the fields with hope. At last, they believed their difficult days were coming to an end. But only a few days before the harvest, everything changed. Dark clouds covered the sky. A powerful storm swept across the land. Heavy rain fell without stopping. Strong winds shook the fields. That terrible night, a flood destroyed every crop Ben had worked so hard to grow. By morning, nothing was left. Ben had lost everything. Because he could not repay his debt, Mark took the land away. Ben and his family had no home and no farm. With heavy hearts, they left the village and walked for many days. Finally, they reached a peaceful valley beside a great forest. There, a kind old man offered them a small wooden cabin. Although it was simple, it gave them a new beginning. From that day on, Ben became a woodcutter. Every morning, he entered the forest before sunrise. He cut firewood and carried it to the nearby town to sell. Life was still difficult, but Ben never complained. He believed that every new sunrise brought another chance to begin again. One morning, while searching for wood in a part of the forest he had never visited before, Ben noticed a narrow path hidden behind a row of tall trees. Curious, he followed the path. After walking for some time, he arrived at a glowing cave unlike anything he had ever seen. Inside the cave was a hidden kingdom called Golden Valley. Beautiful gardens stretched in every direction. Clear rivers sparkled like crystal. Golden buildings shone beneath a warm light. Everything looked peaceful, magical, and full of wonder. The kingdom was ruled by a wise king named King David. The king welcomed Ben with kindness. He listened carefully as Ben shared the story of his life. When Ben finished speaking, the king remained silent for a moment. Then he smiled. He had seen honesty in Ben's words. He had seen kindness in his heart. And he had seen courage in the way he had faced every hardship. King David handed Ben a small wooden chest filled with gold coins. Then he said, "This kingdom is invisible to greedy people. Only those with kind and honest hearts can ever find this place." Ben thanked the king with deep gratitude. Then he returned home. He used the gold wisely. First, he paid every debt he owed. Then he bought a small piece of land. He built a comfortable home for his family. After that, he started a firewood business. Year after year, the business continued to grow. His success came not from luck, but from honesty, hard work, and patience. Even after becoming wealthy, Ben never forgot what it felt like to be poor. Whenever someone needed food, work, or help, he was always the first to offer a helping hand. People respected him not because he was rich, but because he was kind. Meanwhile, Mark watched Ben's success with growing jealousy. One day, he secretly followed Ben into the forest. He hoped to discover the hidden cave and claim its treasure for himself. He searched for hours. He looked behind every tree and every rock. But no matter how hard he tried, he never found the hidden path. His greedy heart could not see what only kindness could reveal. Many years passed. Ben became one of the most respected men in the land. Although he was rich, he remained humble. He treated every person with fairness and respect. Far away, King David quietly watched Ben through the years. He saw Ben's wisdom. He saw his honesty. He saw the love he showed to everyone around him. The king had no children. One day, he invited Ben back to the hidden kingdom. King David looked at him with pride and said, "For many years, I have watched the way you live. You use your wealth to help others, not only yourself. A true king serves his people before himself. Will you become the next king of this kingdom?" Ben accepted the responsibility with humility. From that day forward, he ruled the kingdom with wisdom, justice, and kindness. He protected the weak. He cared for the poor. He made sure that no family suffered from hunger or unfair treatment. The poor woodcutter who had once carried heavy bundles of firewood on his shoulders became a beloved king. His kindness changed countless lives, and his name was remembered with love for generations. Moral of the story: true greatness does not come from money or power. It comes from honesty, from hard work, from kindness, from compassion, and from the courage to keep moving forward, even after losing everything.